With the release of the S-Line DD1 this Wednesday, Discmania finally has their workhorse driver for the masses. Because after reviewing the Horizon DD1 this past December, it was very comparable to a Wraith, which is probably the best distance driver for most AMs out there. That or the Grace. But the one thing I love about the Wraith is the versatility it has among all the different stabilities you can find among their stock Wraiths. So today we're going to be looking at just how versatile this new S-Line DD1 is. And in order to do that, I went through all the DD1s that we got for the release this Wednesday at ApolloDiscGolf.com, and I went and found the one with the highest parting line height, which was this orange one. Then I found the one with the lowest wing or parting line height, being the teal DD1. And that should give me the most stable DD1 and the least stable DD1 to kind of see the versatility among the stock release this Wednesday. And to test these out, we're going to be taking these out to Shawnee Mission Park starting at hole 7. So this hole is going to be really good at testing how stable this orange one is, because if you're local here, you know you cannot turn this disc over. That's not good. So let's see how stable this guy is. Threw that a little high, but I think it held pretty well. So I want to see how it compares to my slightly more overstable Wraith. And this one can hold up to a little bit of wind, but it usually pops up for me if I can get a good rip on it. So see how it compares to this one. Oh wow, it's more stable than that one. I feel like I ripped on that a lot more than the DD1, but it seemed like that orange one might be more stable. I don't know, we'll have to see. Let's see how it is with this stable Grace. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to see on the next hole and get it a little more straight, because that my throw a little bit higher, maybe a little nose up, so it's hard to tell with those stable ones, but it seems promising. But if you take a look at the plastic on these things, if you haven't tried their new S-Line, it feels really nice. A lot of people say it's comparable to the gold ice plastic from Latitude, and I can definitely see that. It definitely feels similar. Whether it's the exact same plastic, I can't say. I'm not Tomas, I don't work at Latitude. I feel like unless you're actually making it, then you can't say, but it feels very good. And even if it is the same, I wouldn't complain. That plastic is one of the better feeling S-Line or star type plastics on the market. So also, there are a lot of people out there, there's probably some in the comments already, that say that the DD1 is just a Grace, it's literally the exact same mold, and I don't agree with that. The Grace is actually pretty wide for an 11 speed. It's almost an 11.5 speed in terms of rim width, and you can definitely feel that compared to the DD1. The DD1 does not have as wide of a rim, and also if you take a look at the tips of the wing underneath, the Grace almost has a small, the rim almost comes back upwards. If you're holding it upside down, it comes back upwards to make a little rounded bead type thing at the edge of the wing, kind of like a T-Bird or an Explorer type disc. When you look at the DD1, it doesn't have that. It goes smooth all the way to the edge of the wing. Just because they cover similar slots in the bag and they're made on the same kind of machines doesn't make them the same exact mold. They're different molds. Doesn't mean we can't compare them though. But the orange one and the teal one definitely look a lot different. They feel similar in the hand, but this one, it almost, you can tell that it's doesn't have a consistent dome all the way across. It stops at the shoulder here and then starts a new dome in the middle. And it's a little bit flatter overall than the teal one. The teal one just has a very nice consistent dome. And it's actually pretty similar to the Horizon ones that came out this last December. So I'm really interested to see if this compares well with the Horizon one that I have. And this next hole is really good for that because it's wide open. Don't have to worry about how far right it goes. But there is an 8-mile-per-hour wind-ish left to right, so we'll see how well this holds up in the wind. I think I still threw it a little nose up. That flew really nice though, it didn't really turn over. I thought it was gonna turn over even with how I threw it, but let's see this one. I'm gonna try not to throw it nose up and eye up in the air. That one I threw flat. It might have even been a touch of Annie. And again, a slight breeze left to right. Didn't turn over, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna try to do the same line with the stable Grace. I'll throw that up in the air. So I threw that one a little higher. I wanna say those are similar-ish. They were really close, and that is a good sign for DD1 throwers and Discmania throwers, because if you have versatility between these two molds, between the DD1, might be game over. Let's see it compared to my yellow Wraith. Yeah, that one definitely, like, I threw that one similar to my orange DD3. Didn't hold up as well. Like, it definitely still held up, but the orange one's a little bit more stable than that. And to be honest, those are the most Wraiths I use, is around that stability and a little bit less overstable. So unless like a wind fighter, it's looking pretty good. Next hole is a bomber hole though. See if these can outdistance the Grace. And now that we're like turned, the wind on this is perfect for bomber. And this might not have turned over because the wind might not have let it turn up. So I'm gonna try and get it a little bit, maybe a little hyzer, but like a little bit more flat to see if it can, how far it'll go over, or if this is just a stable DD1. Huh. That was not flippy at all. Like that gave me a really nice turn for sure. I really like that with the orange one. Like, I really like it. Let me see that Horizon one. I'm pretty sure this Horizon one's flippier than that. I'm gonna try to throw this the same way. Yeah. That is significantly flippier. All right, let's see if I can get a good one with this orange one. See how beefy it really is in the crosswind. That one's definitely like, doesn't get as much distance at all as the teal one, but let's see how it compares to this one. It's really stable. I would say that those are close in stability, but not glide. Like, the Grace still glides a lot further than that DD1. That DD1 is definitely like a little bit less glide, but still has the stability. Might be more reliable in winds, I don't know. If you want distance and stability, stick with the Grace. But if you want distance with the DD1, you gotta get one of the teal ones, which is not as overstable, but which honestly, I really like how stable the teal one and the orange one are. The stock ones being more stable than the Horizon. I really like that. This is basically the DD3 for anyone who throws 400 or less. Very comparable to a Wraith or Grace. I would say the Grace still might fly further. To try that one actually. Yeah, that purple one's definitely like in between the Horizon and the teal ones. I wouldn't be surprised if that one goes further. But these stock ones, very nice, very controllable. You can pick them up at apollodiscgolf.com this Wednesday. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. All right, so Grace is here. DD1 is right there. So like, through from over there. The Grace is technically further, but it's also further downhill. So it might have to do some more testing for that. I don't know. That's pretty close. The Grace is definitely more this purple one is also a little more understable, so it might have given it a little more flight time to get the distance. So Discmania's got something with this DD1, man. I'm liking it.